Have you ever heard someone using some strange phrases such as the cat's out of the bag or strike when the iron's hot? When you ask someone, what does that mean? Maybe they even laugh. Well, these are not strange quotes or phrases. They are proverbs, and advanced users of the English language often use them in their conversation. So, what exactly are proverbs? Proverbs are smart and clever sentences that usually offer life advices. They are also used to create an impact while speaking or to give a better understanding to what you are saying. So, in today's English lesson, we will learn 8 powerful English proverbs that you must include in your vocabulary and use them whenever you find the right opportunity. Hi, my name is Kristine and you are watching Let's Talk, your preferred place to learn practical English. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe and click on the bell icon so you would never miss any new English lessons. Let's get started. Number 1 on my list is two wrongs don't make a right. Well, if you are a math student, you would disagree with me as 2 minus signs make a positive sign, right? But keeping math aside, now if somebody insults you or harms you, you reacting and doing the same, which means 2 wrongs, will not make everything okay. It will only escalate or increase the tension. In short, if someone is mean to you, you don't be mean to them. It's not right to do so. So, for example, I understand Roy has taken all the credit for your hard work, but damaging his computer isn't right. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Okay? I hope with this example it was easy for you to understand. Moving on to the next one. Always put your best foot forward. I love this proverb. It's so motivating. When you start something, it's best to start with a good attitude and lots of enthusiasm. You should bring in your 100% and do things wholeheartedly. For example, let's put our best foot forward and beat the competitor right on the face. It seems the manager is giving a pep talk to his team and asking to give their 100%. This proverb is so realistic even for our day-to-day situations. We certainly need to give in our best in whatever we do. Up next I have, don't bite the hands that feed you. It's a really interesting one. This proverb tells us not to be mean to those who are nice to us. If you are mean to people who care for you, they wouldn't care for you again. On the contrary, you should be kind and thankful to them. Here's an example. No one ever helps him anymore because he always bites the hand that feeds him. Interesting. I'm sure this example says it all. In short, never be unkind to people who support you. Here's the next one. A rolling stone gathers no moss. First, what's a moss? Take a look at this picture. A very small green or yellowish plant that grows on a wet surface, mostly on river banks or at the base of tree trunks. So what does this proverb teach us? It teaches us to be grounded. Imagine a stone that keeps rolling in the river. Will it gather any moss? No, it won't. And so is true with people as well. If you remain grounded, your reputation, friends, and respect will always grow. Just hopping on a new job every 6 months for a few bucks will hamper your career growth. A rolling stone gathers no moss. After all, work experience counts. If you change your job every 6 months only for little more money, you would not gain the required experience to grow in your career. Next up, first things first. Okay, got that? First things first. In fact, this particular proverb is so relevant in our everyday life. We keep on skipping difficult tasks and go for the easier ones first, and finally neglect or procrastinate to compensate for the difficult ones. This proverb advises us to do things in the right order. For example, if you have an important presentation tomorrow and your friend is throwing a party tonight, You have to complete the presentation first, only then you can think of having fun at the party. It mainly teaches us to prioritize things in life. So for example, first things first, check if your medical insurance is up for renewal. I hope you got that one. Okay, here's an interesting one. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now the word ain't in this sentence is an informal contraction which means isn't or is not. This Proverbs warns us about changing something that is already working perfectly well. So, why should one change something that works fine? At times we try to make unnecessary changes that are not required and we end up messing things up. For example, I know you want to disrupt the market, but let's make a slow move. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Well, we all are evolving in the startup ecosystem. Because a few startup ideas have disrupted the market doesn't mean all will do. In short, go with the system and a sudden change might have bad results. Here's a funny one. Curiosity killed the cat. Curiosity killed the cat. We've all heard this, right? Tell me something. Are you the one who asks too many questions? Or are you the curious one? Assume I'm wearing this microphone, okay? I am the end user of it, meaning my purpose of using it is to record clear audio. But if I get into the technology behind it, I mean how it's manufactured, the material used, how does it record, etc., I am being too curious. I need to focus on how to use it correctly and leave that to the engineers who had invented it. Sometimes asking too many questions leads us nowhere. Don't get me wrong, knowledge is good, but it's good when it's being implemented. Otherwise, it rots and curiosity behind it irritates others. So here's an example. Ria, stop asking me too many questions about how much profit I'm making in my business, because curiosity kills the cat. What will you gain by knowing so much? I'm sure you might have had friends like Ria who tried to get into the details of how much profits you're making or all the information that you don't want to share. So that's being too curious or too inquisitive. And here's the last one. No news is good news. Huh? No news is good news? How's that even possible? Well, sometimes no information about a situation suggests that nothing bad has happened. This proverb goes way back when families would nervously wait for their son or father who has gone into the war zone to return. To receive news would mean something bad has happened in the war. In short, it means there is no need to worry because people normally only send information when something is wrong. But this may not always be true. For example, we haven't heard about our teacher resuming classes yet. Well, no news is good news. We haven't heard yet anything from the boss about downsizing the company. Well, no news is good news. It seems that the employees were expecting layoffs but haven't got any such emails yet, and assuming that there will be no downsizing, they're happy. Downsizing means to reduce the number of employees in a company, and it usually happens to reduce costs and expenses. Well, you don't have to downsize your English learning, as I will keep bringing you new English lessons. So those were 8 powerful English proverbs for daily use in conversations. If you learned something meaningful, do hit the like button and share it with your friends. I will see you soon with a new lesson. Until then, as I always say, keep learning, keep practicing English. Bye for now.